Hi, everyone, and welcome back to day 2 of our March Mindfulness for Kids. Yesterday, you and I talked a bit about just some of the things to consider: the flexibility, the age group, the time for when to begin some of these techniques. And today, we're actually going to try our first exercise. It's very basic, very simple, but it's a great exercise for which you can build upon it. And I would encourage you again to do this right before your child's about to go to sleep. So I know we can't always control our environmental area. Certainly, you may have other kids that are around that are going to be actively engaged doing things at night. But one of the things I'd like you to consider before you start tonight with working with your child is just the environment of where they are when they're about to go to sleep. Some of the key things to do is certainly turn down the lights, as you know, maybe just have a lamp lit, or maybe you have a night light. That's all good, but you want to kind of bring down the environment and the bright lights so that the child is starting to get to a place where they can begin to help with the meditation or become engaged with the meditation. Another thing to consider is certainly turning off any TV, really reducing any type of noise if at all possible. And I will let you know that one technique you can use, because I certainly work in a hospital setting and so know that noise can be an issue, is letting the child know that any noise that's around should just help them to focus in. So we'll talk a little bit more about that as we get into the belly exercise that we're going to do. But also make sure that there's any electronics are put away. So as you walk into the room and start working with your child, is just taking a look around to see what there might be in that room that their attention might go to, and mitigating that, or making sure that we kind of reduce that as much as possible. Okay, so the room's now set and you're about to have your child go to sleep. And one of the first things that we want to do is just have the child lying on their back and begin by breathing. So it's just kind of paying attention at first to how they're breathing, and then starting to ask them to gently close their eyes, put their hands on their belly, and taking a more full or deeper breath. And really, as United States citizens, we breathe up here in the top of our chest. And sometimes we don't do a deep belly breath where we fully breathe in and allow it to really expand our bellies. And so what you want to do is just see your child's hand go up, and they should be feeling that as well as they take a breath in, and then hold, and then just have them exhale fully. And that's what you want to do. You want to just have them breathe in, feel their hand and their breath going in, hold it, and then exhale, letting it go. And you just want to do that a couple of times. Again, it's just very simple techniques. We'll be building upon these as we go through this week. This is the first one. It begins to help your child become aware of this type of technique and exercise. They may or may not fall asleep, especially this one's a very short one, but it's a way to start to help them understand that the breathing techniques are what brings in that centeredness. So that's a key component, is breath really helps us to focus our minds from things that are happening outside of our control to bringing us in. And so for the purposes of your child, you might just want to say that the breath and just becoming aware of their belly going up and down may help them to just slowly head off to sleep. And then tomorrow morning when they wake up, you might want to ask them how that exercise was, and just kind of allow that to be a conversation and an opportunity for you to talk about the exercise, what they experienced, and for them to begin to be aware of how their body feels and how they feel as we start to do these exercises. So enjoy. I hope it's a great exercise, and I'll see you back here tomorrow.